Have you ever felt a strong desire to start a new positive habit, like exercising more or reading every day, only to find yourself inexplicably avoiding it even when you know it is good for you? That familiar feeling of wanting to do something but actively avoiding it is what we call habit resistance, and it happens because our brains are wired to prioritize immediate comfort and predictability over long-term change. Our brains are incredible energy savers, always looking for the path of least resistance. When you try to introduce a new habit, especially one that requires effort or breaks from your established routine, your brain perceives it as a threat to its energy conservation plan. It prefers the familiar, even if the familiar is not serving your best interests. This resistance also stems from our deep-seated need for psychological homeostasis, which means our internal system likes to maintain a stable, balanced state. Change, even positive change, disrupts this balance and can feel uncomfortable. Furthermore, your brain tries to protect your existing self-identity. If you see yourself as someone who does not exercise, suddenly trying to become an exerciser can feel like an internal conflict. Essentially, your brain experiences something called cognitive friction. This is the mental effort required to make a decision or perform an action that is not yet automatic. When you are faced with a new habit, your brain has to consciously override its default settings, which often leads to that feeling of resistance or procrastination. It is an internal tug-of-war between your conscious intentions and your subconscious programming. Understanding this is the first step to overcoming it. Instead of fighting your brain, you can learn to work with it. One powerful strategy is to make your new habits incredibly small and easy at first. This reduces the cognitive friction and signals to your brain that the new action is not a big energy drain or a significant threat to your established routine. Another helpful approach is to connect your new habit to an existing one, a technique known as habit stacking. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will read one page of a book. This leverages the brain's love for routines and predictability, making the new action feel like a natural extension rather than a disruptive newcomer. Consider also the concept of a keystone habit, which is a habit that naturally leads to the formation of other good habits. By designing your habits with your brain's natural preferences in mind, you can minimize resistance. Make the new action so small it feels almost ridiculous not to do it. Focus on building consistency with these tiny steps rather than aiming for perfection. Over time, as the habit becomes more automatic, your brain will stop perceiving it as a threat and the resistance will fade away.